painful sometimes to overcome the evil that you have to fight. But here it is in the Bible saying, overcome evil.
Big one.
I'm willing to bet some of us though.
Yeah.
When I get it,
He looks
we shy
good.
away from fights.
He looks good.
We shy away. Why? It's difficult. It's hard. You struggle. I think we shy away from some good fights that we should get into to avoid the pain. Because you know, like, at some point in time, someone's going to whip out a flute and beat you with it, right? Like, there's going to be pain. But I want to tell you today, I want to guide you up. I want to encourage you to not let pain keep you from fighting the good fights in your life. And some of you guys are going to get this as a metaphor, right? Like I'm not talking about literally going out to the parking lot and whooping somebody today. Well, that may be the good fight that's needed. I don't know, right? I'm just telling you that some of this is a metaphor for your life. Getting into a fight, it's hard. We let pain keep us there a lot of time. And like, you guys remember back in middle school, you see two boys like bumping chests with each other, just keep bumping chests, they just circle each other for like 30 minutes until a teacher came and interrupted it. And everybody let the boy throw the first punch. Why? Nobody wanted to receive that first punch. And so they just dance around forever. Getting into a fight is hard. But after learning how to fight myself, the reason they do it is they lack confidence. Right? Confidence that they can land that first punch. Confidence they can continue after that and win that fight. I think we do that in life too. What builds your confidence? Training. Training builds that confidence to step into that good fight in your life. One of the things I had to learn growing up, especially after hockey, is how to fight, and that stance matters because you're on like two little razor blades on ice, right? That's not easy to stand on there and throw. But a good stance makes all the difference in the world. It helps build your confidence that you can absorb a blow and throw. There's an art to it. There's a science to it as well. It matters. There's a big difference when you're training and you learn your training when you learn footwork. And it doesn't feel important. I just want to learn how to throw a punch. Cool. But if you don't know how to stand, you're going to get your tail whipped by somebody who knows what they're doing. There's a stance, footwork, training matters. Training matters. The Bible actually talks about training in many places throughout it, right? One of those places to be found, next book verse we're going to be in, is 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 25. And it'll be on the screen, so if you're not quite there yet, it'll be up there with you. It says, every athlete exercises self-control in all things. They do it to receive a perishable wreath, but we, an imperishable. Exercises self-control. It's training. It's talking about training in this verse. You were made for an adventure, but you'll never live it out if you aren't training. If you don't know how to execute it, you're not going to work. Man, I've got some friends who go out and they do, like some crazy hikes, deep into the mountains. Some friends of ours took our son backpacking this shit. Dutch was 9 years old when he went. They did 21 miles on a backpacking camping trip. It was 26? My bad. 26. I want to shortchange it. 26 miles. Guess what? Guess who's not doing that? I ain't built for a 26-mile hike, y'all. Right? Why? I haven't trained for it. But they could go out and do it and execute it, and they did it. Training. So, my life, I'm a pastor right now. As a kid, for a season of life, I wanted to be a pastor. And then, I'll be honest, I lost respect for pastors growing up. I don't know if you've ever had that experience. I lost respect for pastors. I didn't want to be a pastor for a long time. And so I went out and did hood rat things, so I was a hood rat kid, right? Ran far from God, and I chased far from God. But in that, I was still doing I was still running things, I was still leading people, I was still doing things. And then God brought me back when I was like 19 and said, hey, no, you're supposed to do this. This is where I'm going. And I ran towards God and being a pastor. But even though I ran through some terrible moments as a teenager, those moments, that experience helped me to be a better pastor for you guys. the training that I was in, I was already used to leading people. I was already used to communication and different things that helped me be a better pastor for you. I was used to influencing people and figuring out where they were and how to use them for what their gifts were. It helped me go above and beyond to be the better pastor that I am today, even though I ran from it. I learned how to lead people who were above me, beside me, below me, all around. Helped lead well-rounded with people. I learned a lot about people in those days of my life that helped me to do what I do today. Those are all skills and training that I use in leading people and being a pastor today. But we were talking about fighting, right? Did you realize that the average fighter for a title fight trains anywhere from 4 to 12 months for that title fight? And they train for 4 to 12 months for 3 to 5 hours a day. And some of you are like, man, I can't even do like 15 minutes of a YouTube video to train. I'm with you, I feel your pain. It's a long time. 5 days a week for a title fight. Any guesses on how much